Welcome to episode 5. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you some of the functions that I have with some of the extra widgets, along with how I start and stop my loops live. Sounds very simple, but there's some things under the hood that make all this work. Let's get to it. All right, before I begin, I want to give a quick tip that I probably should have given the last episode. Since the Koala sampler is such an important part of my setup, there is one small thing that you have to do with Koala to use it every time. Every time you open up a template, you have to engage Koala first before it can actually work. That means even if it's active inside Loopy Pro, if you go to use it without opening it once, it won't work. There's a trick. Of course, Loopy has a way around it. All you have to do is go into your menu, go to Control Settings, and under Project Profiles, your current project, do Project-Wide Follow Actions. Here, every time I load the project, the sampler's automatically going to open. So let's look at what that looks like. Okay, so now that you have that follow action on your project, you know that Koala sampler is going to work all the time. Let's go back to my songs now, my song list here, which is the second page. So the song list here, let's click on edit, and I'm going to go to my original, Always on My Mind. And just a reminder, it sets the tempo, which is extremely important because you can't count out 4 bars if there's no tempo established. Then at the same time, it's also loading up the preset Always on My Mind for this song, because every song has its own preset in the Koala sampler. Then it's showing the page, meaning showing the main looping page. That's what that volume icon or emoji means. Then it's also assigning some different parameters in the song. This could be some delay sends, some spring reverb sends. It also could be guitar effects that need to be engaged right away. Things that I need to do before the song starts, but now I don't need to do them because they're automated. But what the big thing is, and the reason I'm reviewing this is, it also selects these colored circles on my step dial. Now, the step dial for this case is the start flag or finish flag. That's done by design. So let's look at what that does. I'm going to go back. I'm going to select it. So you'll notice that the select dial here, the stepper dial, the green stepper dial, below it, it has a green and a blue. What that means is when I press record, it's going to record my beat and my rhythm track at the same time. If it's set this way to just green, it's going to be just beat. Or some songs I start off with the beat and the bass at the same time. I can do that. Sometimes it's just a sample. I'll start with a sample. And then other times it'll be the beat and the lead. This depends on the song. It's a great reminder for me too. I look at it and I'm like, okay, I know how this song's starting. This came about because when I first built this template, every song was just recording the beat. So I had to wait until the beat finished, and then I would record my rhythm track and then a bass. And that works for some songs, but other songs I want it to be immediate. I want to click on the start, tap on start, and record my guitar and record the beat at the same exact time. This allowed me to do that. In order for this to work though, you have to go into your settings, under clip settings, recording settings, and scroll down to the bottom and make sure that you have simultaneous recording turned on. If you have that turned off, it's not going to work. So you can only record one at a time. I wanted to make sure that I could record more than one. So you have to have that turned on. So let's look at the step dial. And you can see here, it's very simple. I wouldn't call this code, but these are the actions that are set up. So you could see under the green, it's just play, stop, beat. because I have it set up so it's going to record if it's empty. Record or stop beat, and then record or stop rhythm for the green, blue, and so on. So you can customize this any way you want. I love being able to use the emojis to match the colors because it makes it so simple, aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but it's real quick. I can look and I can say, okay, I know this is going to hit. It's going to record the guitar and the drums at the same time. So that is really the main trick under here. It's also what I think is the coolest part about this whole template. It gives me flexibility so I can start my loops in different ways. One more thing about that is that when I'm doing this, it's important that under settings, that I have it set to activation trigger. You saw this in a previous video when I talked about that multi-effects, that pink dial that I use with the dice. It's important here because when I select, let's say I'm selecting play and stop beat, I don't want it to play and stop the beat right that moment. I want to wait until there's a trigger that tells that to start. And that's what this does. This relates directly to the green widget down here with the same emoji, that start, stop, finish, start, finish flag. Yeah, something like that. Notice how they are the same. So when I click on this, okay, but now if I go back and I have it set to that one, I go, okay, or if I click on this and let's do bass. Okay, so you can see the flexibility there. It depends on the song. Certain songs, I'll have it just record the beat. Other songs, it'll be a variation. So it gives you that flexibility in just one template, and that's the thing that I really love. In addition, we have some other widgets here on the screen. The 1, 2, 3, 4 represent some other ways to trigger samples inside Koala. So for this case, I always on my mind, these are for things that like, I just want to be able to tap in. I don't really tap in drums, but I could do that. But in this case, you'll hear some different samples. Okay, so I'll have samples like that I'll be able to pull in. I just tap the screen on the iPad, works great. The other button that's incredibly important is right over here. It's the red one with the movie clip on it. That one is my start, stop for everything. And it's one code. It's so important. It's just start, stop, clock. This is important because this will stop everything, all the clips, everything like that. And I can just play. And then when I press the button again, it's going to start the clock at the top. This is done so when I want to stop all the loops and play a little bit of the guitar or just sing acoustic, I can do that and then I can bring it back in. So that one is one that I use every song. It's how I start and stop all the loops at once. It's like the master start stop. Two other ones that I have up here are ones that everyone should have on every preset. It's the floppy disk is save. So if I'm working with something, I just click on save. Now it's saved. The other one is mixer. So now I have my mixer view or not. So if I need to adjust something really quick, you'll see that I can do that pretty quickly and just tap on the mixer. The other way for me to do that is just by using these colors above, these sliders. So the colored sliders, obviously the green means beat, purple means bass. So it goes on. If I need to adjust a clip live, like I feel like the bass is too hot, I can easily just go in and turn that down. And the final widget that is really, really important is my clear all widget, which is the red widget with the X. And when I tap on that, it also takes me back to my song list. So let me go over here, edit. And now there's a long list and it's ever growing. So at first it was just clear the clips, reset the clock, show my song list. But then I wanted it to reset all the sends. So I didn't want, if I'm ending a song with a lot of delay on guitar, when I go into my new song, I don't want to have to turn down the delay. So like, I'll just have it do it then. So I have it assign all the sends back to 0. I have it disable all my guitar effects. So if I ended it on a phaser, when I go click on a new song, if that song doesn't, or I should say, if I end on a phaser and then I clear all, now I have a normal guitar sound again. And then assign settings for beat. This sets it back to 4 bars. The reason that's a thing is because if I click on blank project, my bars are set to 2. This is so I don't have to beatbox for 4 bars if I'm doing a quick beat. I'm not very good at it, so the less I have to do it, the less chance I have for making a mistake, and it just sounds better. Plus, for the audience, it's just a quicker thing. I like 4 bars when I have a sampled beat because I usually use 3 bars the same, and then the 4th bar, there's a slight variation just to make it a little bit interesting. But when I'm doing beatboxing or playing something percussive on the guitar, I don't really need 4 bars. So that's why that's adjusted there. So that is how I stop this. This is some of the functionality, the parameters that are able to change. Of course, this could definitely change over the next couple years, or weeks, because that's how Loopy works, right? But that's like the full rundown of this template. I hope this made sense to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you gathered some things from it. I have one more episode coming up where I'm going to go over all the hardware that I use. Floors, open up the doors, yeah, turn on the lights, getting ready for the night. Nobody's romancing cause it's too early for dancing, but here come the music. Bright lights flashing, they cover up your lack of so many people, so many problems, so many reasons. Buy another round, drink it down, just another night on the town. With the big man, money man, better than the other man. He got the plan with the $1 million dividend. What nobody understand, he become a smaller land. The bright lights keep flashing, women keep on dancing with the clowns, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause you open them down, yeah, yeah. Rodeo clowns, yeah,